What is going on, you guys? Welcome to the Trucker Style Shawn YouTube channel. Today we're talking about Amazon Freight and hauling for Amazon Relay. If you hadn't already hit that subscribe button, go ahead and hit it now. Let's get to it. I'm back. Alright, like I stated before, we're talking about the 5 things you must know about hauling Amazon Freight. Alright, I've been hauling Amazon Freight since the beginning. They've changed their business model multiple times. They've changed their requirements multiple times. They've made it a pain in the butt sometimes, and just little things that are irritating. But it is consistent year round. So that being said, number 1. First thing, do not be late for your initial pickup. If you are late for the initial pickup, that counts against you more than any other stop on your entire tour. Plain and simple. If you are late for that first pickup, they think you're going to be late for the rest of them, and it just gets really irritating. It really does. Another thing, it will drop your carrier score a lot more if you are late for that initial pickup than any of the other stops. So if you're an owner-operator hauling for Amazon just off their load board, or if you are a contracted carrier, meaning running multiple trucks, running their dedicated lanes and stuff like that, this will affect you, especially when it comes time to getting more dedicated lanes. They'll look at you if you're not on time, and especially if you're hauling multiple trucks. You can have one bad truck that's always late for that first stop, and it will kill your entire company. Plain and simple. It will mess everything up for everyone. Alright, let's get to number 2. Use your Relay app. Plain and simple. You are actually graded on using that Relay app. Meaning your in times, your out times, using their GPS. They grade you on all of that. They really do. And also affects your carrier score as well. Remember, the more trucks you have on, and you say you have one guy that doesn't really like using his app, you get over there, he just gives the pickup number, and instead of checking in with the app, it screws everything up. Plain and simple. Use the app. It's there for a reason. That's the way they like it, and if it's the way Amazon likes it, then that's how it has to be. Sorry, but that's true when you're dealing with Amazon. You have to follow their rules to get their freight. I know it sucks. Alright, let's get to number 3. Number 3 is, while you're on the yard, do the 5 miles an hour. Plain and simple. I know I shouldn't have to say that, but I've known so many drivers that have gotten kicked out of running Amazon, period, forever, lifetime ban, because they couldn't follow that 5 mile an hour rule. They are very serious on it, and then say if one of the yard jockeys sees you, he calls up to that guard shack and they put out a report on you, and they will banish you. Never to haul Amazon again. You can fight that, but it is a pain in the butt. I'll give y'all a little story after I finish the 5. But yeah, that's a very big one. That is a very, very big one. Let's get into number 4. Okay? Never back under a red light. I don't care if they called you and told you, go ahead, your load's ready, go ahead and back under it. No, if it has a red light, do not back under it. Another thing that will get you kicked off of hauling Amazon ever again is backing under a red light. I know a lot of drivers that have been kicked out. When I was first starting off, we had a team that was running Amazon, and the woman backed under a red light, and she thought it was green. At least that's the story we got. She thought it was green. She backed under it. It was red. She started lowering the landing gear down. There were still people in that trailer while they were still loading it. I don't know if the woman misunderstood, but normally they tell you, park 6 feet in front of the trailer, back under it when the light goes green. You know, the normal nonsense about hauling Amazon. And honestly, any other place, just for a safety reason. But, yeah, lifetime ban. She still can't haul Amazon. And her partner actually got kicked out as well because it was a team truck. So some of the sad truth, you guys. Let's get to number 5. I might extend this a little bit because I do have a couple of more, or I might do a part 2. But number 5. This is a very big one. If something goes wrong in the middle of your tour, send them the message. Send your delay message. Don't just call in, but send that delay message as soon as you know something's going wrong. That way they know if they're going to end up having to find somebody else to pick up the load, or if your carrier you're hauling for, or if you have another truck, if you can recover that load and still make delivery on time, or if it's going to be late, let them know. Send your delay messages. Again, use the app the way it's supposed to be made. I've done a whole list on how to use the Amazon Relay app. So go ahead and watch some of those if you want and go through that. Now, I did say I had a little story about what not to do at Amazon. And this happened to a driver that we had. He decided it was a great idea, while hooking up his trailer, to whip it out and start going pee. I guess the bathroom was too far, or whatever the excuse was. He started peeing while he was unhooking his trailer. Yard jockey drives by, sees him doing this, and informed him that he will never be allowed on Amazon property again. Now, we heard he had this excuse about he had a medical condition, blah, blah, blah. I don't care who you are. If you are at a distribution center, this doesn't even have to just be Amazon. If you are at a distribution center, do not pee on their ground. Seriously. 1, it gives us drivers a bad image. 2, they already think we're dirty because we live in a truck, basically. Don't give them any more fuel for that fire, you guys. Just don't do it. Plain and simple. Granted, we fought our butts off to get him back, and we petitioned 3 times to make it so he could still haul Amazon, you know, with that whole sob stories and stuff like that. But we eventually ended up getting it so that the ban was lifted for him. He was able to haul freight again. And yeah, a couple months later, he got his own authority and started pulling Amazon off their load board. You go to bat for somebody, and then they try and stab you in the back a little bit. It's okay. It's okay. There's enough food out for everyone to eat. But yeah, appreciate all y'all watching. Remember, I have the Trucker Style merch on that Teespring store. Link will be in the description. And what do y'all think? Should I do a part 2 to this? Because there is a lot of things you need to know when you're hauling Amazon. The do's and the don'ts. What do you think? Part 2? Maybe part 3? I don't know. That being said, I appreciate all y'all watching. Like, comment, subscribe. If y'all have watched more than one video of mine, just go ahead and hit that subscribe button already. I mean, why not? What can it hurt? It'll just make it so I show up on your newsfeed. Later, you guys. Keep the rubber side down.